Shalom Yisrael. Today's message is about witchcraft, sorcery, tarot cards, luck. Let's talk about that. So let's turn our two-edged sword to Leviticus 26. And it reads, "And the being who turns to mediums and to spiritists to go whoring after them, I shall turn my face against that being and cut him off from the midst of his people. And you shall kadosh yourselves and shall be kodesh, for I am Yahuwah your Elohim." And let's turn to Leviticus 19:31. "Do not turn to mediums and do not seek after spiritists to be defiled by them. I am Yahuwah your Elohim." And let's turn to Revelations 21:8. And it reads, "But as for the cowardly and untrustworthy and abominable and murderers and those who whore and drug or sorcerers and idolaters and all the false, their part is in the lake which burns with fire and sulfur, which is the second death." Let's turn to Galatians 5. Sorry, I'm not already there, but we can turn together. Galatians 5:19-21. And it reads, "And the works of the flesh are well known, which are adultery, whoring, uncleanness, indecency, idolatry, drug or sorcery, hatred, quarrels, jealousies, fits of rage, selfish ambitions, and dissensions, factions, envy, murders, drunkenness, wild parties, and the like, of which I forewarn you, even as I also said before, that those who practice such as these shall not inherit the reign of Elohim." Let's read 22 and 23 also. "But the fruit of the Ruach is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, trustworthiness, gentleness, self-control. Against such there is no Torah." Now, people probably are asking or thinking, why did you read the other scriptures? Because when you practice such things as these, he looks at it as abominable and witchcraft. We can't be going around telling someone, "What's your sign? What's your horoscope sign?" When people ask me that, I tell them I don't have one. Because I learned years ago not to talk about what they say and who they say I am. Of course, the devil know who you is. How can he tempt you if he don't know what to tempt you for? He know how you think. He don't know your heart, but he know what you're thinking. He know what your flesh is weak for. So he know how to come to you and tell you what you've been thinking and planning on doing. I had a man when I was working in Birmingham one time come up to me when I was in the hospital. And he came up to me and he said, "You've been thinking about going to school for computers and you and your ex gonna get back together and blah, blah, blah." He just was reading my thoughts, what I had been planning on doing, but I never went to school for computers. He could tell you what you're thinking and what you plan on doing because he can read your thoughts. That's why the mind is a battlefield, because he puts in your mind what he wants you to think sometimes. Or he'll feed on what you're thinking and make it a temptation for you to do it. Like he'll just say if you see a man you want to sleep with or a woman you want to sleep with, he'll add fire to your thoughts. So like, oh yeah, go. Or he might even make you look at that person and think stuff, and then you feed on it and you entertain your thoughts by keep the thoughts going. Or you gonna rob a bank because you broke. Then he feed on your thoughts, and you entertain it by actually going to rob a bank. The devil know what you're thinking. That's why you have to fight. So all those who talk about horoscopes and read horoscopes and reading this female's horoscope and that male horoscope to see if y'all match and all this other stuff, stop doing it from this day forward. Do not do it anymore. No more horoscope reading. No more tarot card reading. Going to people telling them to read your palm. And they laying out cards and telling you your future. You're going to hit the lottery and all this. And you ain't got to pay for nobody to come up to you and tell you the truth. You even got prophets out here who could tell you about somebody's spirit if it's evil, because they evil. But that don't mean that they are a prophet from Elohim, especially if they charging you. Well, how they know this, that, and that? Because it's the devil. The devil know. That's why people say, oh, the devil made me do it. No, he didn't make you do it. He gave you the ideal to do it, or fed on your ideal to encourage you, but he didn't make you do it. You chose to do it. We chose to do it. So everyone that's hearing this message, I pray and ask that you pray for people, yourself, for me, that we come out of anything that has us caught up, any weight that is on us, that we lay them down. The Elohim shows us what our sins are and lay them down. But mostly as children, we know what our sins are. We're not in denial what they are. We probably just condone them. But I encourage you to hate it. I don't condone none of my sins. When I curse because I'm having road rage and all this other, I don't condone that mess. I get upset right away and be like, oh, forgive me. I can't, I don't like it. I don't want nobody saying, oh, condone it. Oh, you not perfect. We gonna do wrong. Yeah, but I don't need you telling me that. I need you telling me, as children of Elohim, we supposed to reprove one another. Come on, sister, let me pray with you because I've been noticing you've been cursing. Or come on, sister, let me pray with you because I see you weak to fornication. Or you just glutton and want to eat up everything, or greedy, or whatever. We have to tell each other not to do these things and, pray for one another, encourage one another. That's what he says to do. Now, if you a Christian and you in that other doctrine of Christianity, yes, they tell you, oh, you in the flesh, you're not perfect, and blah, blah, blah. They condoning it. When judgment day come, nobody wants to stand before him, and he asking them why you talking about you ain't perfect when I told you to be perfect. You ain't gonna have no answer. I don't want him to ask me nothing. While I'm alive, I'm trying to get it right now. Fasting and praying and always coming before him because I know what my weaknesses are. Talking to the devil, telling him to shut up, but he already a loser because he gonna be chained up. He gonna lose. He's already written. Nobody ain't trying to be on the loser side. Everything this world offer you, money, clothes, material things, success, and all that, that stuff do not last. This year, A lot of people who bragging about the American dream and they living the American dream ain't going to be living. That dream going to become a nightmare. People are losing their jobs left and right, and they're going to continue to be losing their jobs left and right. New world order is here, Yisrael. Evil is busier than ever. So we got to get busy. I love you, Yisrael. Shalom.